Hey guys, welcome back. If you are starting a new garden next year, expanding an existing garden, or just adding more plants to your garden, then this video is for you. I'm gonna walk through how I got all of these clearance plants for bottom dollars and how you can too for your backyard garden. But before we start, if you're new here, hi guys, my name is Marsha and I'm the Black Thumb Gardener and I live in Ontario, Canada, USDA Zone 5B. And welcome to my clearance haul. If you're new here, I'd love for you to subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now let's get started. Over the years, I've noticed that the best clearance deals don't usually come from the big box stores. The real gems are often found at your local garden center, and sales usually start around the end of August and can run right through to October. So right now is the perfect time to stock up if you're already planning for next season. Let's take a quick peek at my clearance haul and I'll put up the retail price of each item. We're going to start off with a hydrangea. This is the Little Lime Punch hydrangea. I have two of them. Then heading over to the Date Night Tuxedo Weigela. This is new to me and I'm excited about adding it to the garden. Then we have a Black Lace Elderberry. So I'm replacing a denim and lace elderberry that didn't do well this year in my garden. Then over to another new plant to me. This is Sugartina crystallina. It's a new perennial for me. Then the Tough Stuff Aha hydrangea, and I'm excited about that one as well. And then again, another Little Lime Punch hydrangea. This is the second one. And then over to the smaller plants, starting off with a Dianthus. Now this one is called Fruit Punch Cherry Vanilla. Look at the color of that one. Then we have another replacement plant. This is a Bottle Rocket. My other one died in the garden. And then finishing off with the Shadowland Diamond Lake. Oops, one more that we have here. This is the Pink Dawn Color Spires Salvia. The total retail price of this haul was $224 and I paid $56 for all of these plants. So my goal is to add some of the clearance plants to this back garden bed, and then we can revisit what's happening along this side garden bed and maybe even change out some of the plants that are here. I'm checking the tag to make sure that I'm putting these plants in a space with adequate light. So we're going to start off with planting the hydrangeas beside the fountain area, and I do have some plants there right now that I need to remove. This is the time of year when I start to shift things around in the garden. And fun fact, my husband hates hydrangeas. Something about the look of them really just triggers him, and I'm still planting them in the garden because I love hydrangeas. He doesn't come back here very often, so hopefully he will not see them. Fingers crossed. But anyways, guys, when I first started my garden bed, when we first bought this house, this area was completely grass. And when I built my first garden bed, I added a bunch of coleus thinking that they would last throughout the entire season, which was a huge mistake. So the next spring, I headed to the garden center with all of my hopes and dreams for the garden and spent hundreds of dollars on brand new plants. Now, over the years, I've realized that that is a huge mistake. I mean, I do still buy brand new plants in the spring, but I really try to spend all of my money in the fall, spending it on perennials that I know will come back the next year and look just as new as they do in the spring. Now I'm removing the denim and lace elderberry that I had in the garden. This one was moved early in the spring to this location in the back corner of my garden, and it has not done well all season. So I'm going to get rid of it. I'm not going to keep it in the garden, guys. I have a very small space and I really don't have the patience or time to wait for this plant to rebound. So I'm getting it out of the garden, replacing it with the Black Lace Elderberry that I picked up on clearance, and putting that Black Lace Elderberry somewhere else in the garden. In its place, I'm adding the Date Night Tuxedo Weigela. This is a new plant for me. I was just checking the tag because this one gets really big. It's 4 to 5 feet by 3 to 4 feet, so it's going to take up the entire space in the corner. This is a spring blooming plant and it's hardy down to zone 4 or minus 34 degrees. I'm in zone 5B, so I think this one should be okay in my garden. Now we're over on the side garden, and this is going to be one of the few plants that I removed from the garden today. This is a dappled willow, and I put this over here in the spring. It was in my back garden, and I cut it down this year, and I'm just not in love with this plant. It was kind of a, let's see how it works for the summer, and I just don't like it at all. So I'm getting this one out of the garden. I gave it a few opportunities. It looked amazing when I first got the plant, but I've just fallen out of love with it. And so I'm going to replace it with the Sugartina crystallina, and I think that will look really nice in this space beside the blue spruce. Now we're in the back garden again. We're in the corner where I have a hosta, a forsythia, a stilbe. I also have some foxgloves here, and I'm digging out some of the plants that I had here in the summer. I'm getting rid of the dahlia that really didn't do much for me this year. I don't know what happened to my summer garden. It just completely failed this year. So I'm going to get rid of this dahlia. I might save these tubers for next year. And I'm going to clean up the remaining plants in the area, cut back the forsythia. I really want to remove the forsythia and move it somewhere else so it's on display, but I am out of space and I don't have anywhere else to put it. So I'm just going to do a quick cut back, remove the foxgloves. The foxgloves will go somewhere else in the garden, and in its place I'm going to be planting the black lace elderberry that I picked up on clearance. I'm back over where we planted the Weigela. I think it would be really nice if I had a hosta here, and I think it will take up the bottom layer of this area. I really want my garden beds to be nice and full, and I want to have blooms any time of the year. Right now things look a bit dead, and I'm hoping over time that that will change with all of the plants that I'm adding to the garden. Now that our plants are in place, I'm grabbing some fertilizer. I use this perennial and annual fertilizer anytime I'm planting any of my flowers in the garden. And then for the hydrangeas, I'm using this rose fertilizer. While I'm planting, I forgot to mention that I bought all 10 clearance plants from Canadian Tire. They were having a 75% off sale on all of their perennials. And honestly, I don't usually buy clearance plants from Canadian Tire. I usually go to Sheridan Nurseries because they really have a good end of the year clearance sale. But I just tend to pop my head into various garden centers throughout the summer, and I just happened to stumble upon this one. Now guys, if you are on Instagram, that is where I post all of my current information. So in August, when I did see this deal, I did post it on Instagram for my fellow Canadian gardeners. This is for my Canadian Toronto gardeners. Canadian Tire has 75% off all of their plants, and they have proven winners plants here like the Show Off Starlit Forsythia, 75% off. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my handle is @BlackThumbGardener, and I'll add my link to the description below. We finally have all of the plants in the ground, and I've rerouted some of the drip irrigation so that everything gets some water. I'm giving these plants a good drink of water so that they can settle in before winter hits. Now I did get frost this week, but it was a light frost, so I think these plants will do okay. Now I will come in with mulch to protect all of the plants in the garden. I do want to plant spring bulbs though, so I'll be doing that in the next couple of videos. And then we'll mulch the entire space and cover up all of these plants. And while we have the water out, let's add some water to the fountain. The birds are still using this fountain. despite the cold. And let's also add some water to the raised beds. We still have a few fall crops that are growing. Now that we're done, it's time to do a cleanup. I am really excited to get this space finally tidy. I'm slowly removing everything from my raised beds, planting garlic where I need to, and harvesting the remaining crops. And I can't believe it's the end of October and I still have more crops to harvest from the garden. So stay tuned to see all of those videos coming soon. While I have you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comments if you've picked up some clearance plants this season. I'll see you in the next one.